We are joined now by Geneva Reed-Veal, who is Sandra Bland's mother. And we're joined by Canon Lambert, the attorney representing Sandra Bland's family. Let's go first to Geneva Reed-Veal. Your response to the grand jury yesterday saying that they would not indict anyone in relation to Sandra's death in the Waller County Jail.
I'm disappointed, but not surprised. I just have to say right now that we were looking for transparency, and that's not what we have been experiencing in this whole journey here. So I'm, again, disappointed, but not surprised.
And Canon Lambert, as the attorney for the family, your response to this recent development?
Well, frankly, I think you have to first understand what it is that a grand jury does and what it is in general. A grand jury is nothing more than an appendage or a tool of the prosecutor. What they do many times is that they'll convene a grand jury for the purposes of then saying, well, look, we submitted evidence to a grand jury, they assess that evidence, and then they come back and they realize that there's no reason for there to be an indictment. But in reality, those secretive proceedings are shrouded with problems and shrouded with misconception. The bottom line is that you don't know what evidence is being submitted. The prosecutor acts as the judge. There is no judge that actually oversees the proceeding. The prosecutor, excuse me, gets to cherry pick whatever evidence they want to submit and then withhold what other evidence they want to withhold. So they get to pick what it is that they want to present. And then thereafter, they're able to even go into using hearsay when they want to, unlike in ordinary judicial proceedings and the like. So we're not even allowed to be present, right? We're not allowed to test any of the evidence that they offer. We're not allowed to offer any evidence ourselves. So there's a whole big problem with what it is that grand juries do in the first place. But over and above that, the problem that I have in this particular case with this grand jury is that the 5 special prosecutors that were supposed to appoint, that were appointed by the DA of Waller County, they were supposed to be looking at this from the standpoint of assessing it as a homicide, according to Elton Mathis. But the lead special prosecutor, Paul Looney, 2 months ago in a Huffington Post article, he indicated they were not looking at Waller County to determine whether or not they had done anything criminal, but instead they were just looking prospectively to see if there was something they could do to suggest changes that they might make in the future. They didn't look at this from the standpoint of trying to establish whether or not there was anything criminally done. And so as a consequence, we find ourselves feeling very uncomfortable about this whole process.